The Phillies lose an embarrassing series to the White Sox, but major bullpen help is on the way with the Phillies landing star closer Jhoan Duran from the Minnesota Twins. I'm Coy Camiscioli of Philly Sports Talk, going to break down the three-game series for you between the Phillies and the Sox and break down the trade for you as well. And I'll talk about the series for you first, and then we'll get into some trade deadline buzz and the big deal of getting Duran. So the Phillies lose the rubber match 9-3. Taijuan Walker gave another serviceable start, and he doesn't really deserve any hate from the Philly or from fans this year. He's actually been pretty decent for what his role is with this team. 5 innings pitched, 2 runs, 7 hits. Gave up a couple homers as well. The homers have been what has hurting him run wise in his last couple starts. Well, really the whole story with him. But again, another serviceable start. He gave you everything you needed to win this game, and the bullpen was just putrid. So, whole breakdown of the game. Kyle Teal hit a solo shot in the second for the Sox in a 1-0 lead. Nick Castellanos and Otto Kemp both hit RBI singles in the fourth for the Phils to take a 2-1 lead. And Colson Montgomery hit a solo shot to tie it in the bottom half of the fourth. Johan Rojas, I want to praise him for a minute here. Before the Max Laser blow-up inning in the seventh, he had a beautiful throw home to get an outfield assist off a single with the runner trying to score for second. There was nobody out in that inning. So it was a big-time play for Johan Rojas. He should not have been sent in the first place. But the Sox ended up blowing it up in that inning anyway, in main part from a 3-run shot from Miguel Vargas. So just ridiculous. And another 3-run shot after that as well. So bad. Max Laser, he gave us 6 runs off of 7 hits while just getting 1 out. That is a problem, a serious problem. And Seth Johnson gave up a run in his inning as well after that. Not good at all, following up the Taijuan Walker start, and the Phillies did not hit as well either. Just 3 runs. Brandon Marsh, he had a solo shot late in the game when it didn't even matter anymore. 19 total hits for the White Sox, and other than that, nothing offensively. Marsh had 2 hits for the Phillies, and everyone for the Sox scored a hit, but this is bad. And this is a little concerning because even with the Duran trade, yes, that locks down a good closer, an elite closer for the Phillies, but there's still more holes in this bullpen. There's still going to need to be moves made ahead of the deadline, and I'm very happy that we did make a move to get this kind of guy in the back in your bullpen, but you can't have guys like Alan Runhell, Max Laser, Seth Johnson, Daniel Robert going out there. You just can't. It's just not going to work in the playoffs. It's going to get exploited, and it's an issue. So there still needs to be work done. This is a great start from Dave Dombrowski, but more needs to be done. And I'll get more into that trade in a minute because I want to talk about that for a decent amount. Game 2, Phillies won 6-3. It was a solid bounce back win after game 1. A couple sack flies gave the Phillies a 2-0 lead in the second. Schwarber homered, of course, after that. Marsh hit a 2-run shot after that, made it 6-0 Phillies. And in the ninth, the Phillies were winning 6-0 when Daniel Robert gave up 3 runs in a mop-up situation. So, again, another reliever that we've been talking about. A couple notes from that game. Trey Turner hit his 500th career extra base hit. Schwarber becomes the first Philly to hit 37 home runs before the month of August, which is insane. And big news was how good Jesus Luzardo was. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 runs, 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Great bounce back start from him. Again, if he's your 4th guy and Taijuan Walker giving you serviceable starts at your 5th spot, we're looking good. So, great stuff there. Schwarber, Turner, Marsh each had 2 hits. Just a good bounce back game. And quickly about game 1, Phillies lose 6-2. This is a pathetic one. Harper got the Phillies started in the third with a 2-run double, made it 2-0 Phillies, and then Colson Montgomery, who homered in the rubber match as well, hit a 2-run shot in the bottom half to tie it. And it was the first home run Sanchez has given up to a lefty all season long, just the 4th of his career as well. So pretty dominant against lefties and keeping in the ballpark, but Colson Montgomery got a hold of one there. Luis Robert, he had a good game, making a diving catch and hitting a 2-run shot for the Sox to give them a 4-2 lead. Obviously, name the Phillies have been in on for a couple years now, but who knows. And the Sox tacked on a couple more runs in the 8th as the Phillies went down quietly. So, only major notes from there. Marsh and Bryce, they both had 2 hits. Kepler and Stott recorded the only other hits for the team. Cristobal Sanchez, he threw 6 innings and 2/3, 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and a couple home runs. And Seth Johnson out of the pen, 1 inning pitch, 2 runs, 3 hits. So you're seeing the trend here. It's bullpen. And again, Jhoan Duran is going to help this out without a doubt. But there's still holes there. So we'll talk about the whole Duran trade now. Phillies give up Mick Abel and Eduardo Tate, who were both top 100 prospects, but Tate has a long time to go. He really does have a long time to go. And Mick Abel, he's been like up and down, kind of mixy. I am not that high on Mick Abel anymore. I was a long time ago. He's actually had a little bit of success in the big leagues for a couple starts where a couple spot starts, but I don't know. I think this was a great trade for the Phillies. It was originally told that the Phillies were going to have to give up, I think it was Aiden Miller or Painter for Jhoan Duran. The Twins are apparently not budging, but obviously they budged in this trade. And Duran is not a rental. He's under club control until 2027, which is some big time news. He is eligible for arbitration in 2026, and he becomes a free agent in 2028. His stats this year: 2.01 ERA in 49 games, 16 saves. He's thrown 49 and a third innings, 53 strikeouts. He's a flamethrower, can top at 105 miles an hour, can throw 104, 103 consistently at times, which is just ridiculous. He keeps the ball in the ballpark, just one home run so far this season, which is massive stuff for the Phillies bullpen. 40 hits in 49 innings, so a little higher than you'd like to see there, but this is a legitimate lockdown closer for the Phillies, which we haven't seen in some time. This is big time news. This is something I'm really looking forward to watching for the Phillies. Has an electric walkout as well. Excited to see that at Citizens Bank Park. This is excellent move by Dave Dombrowski. I did not think that this was one of the guys that the Phillies were going to get, but again, I still don't think this team is good enough to win the World Series. I really don't. They need more bullpen help. Not only that, they need more bats. But if they were to get, they need to get like one or two more relievers and then some bats to make me feel good about this team. Starting pitching is elite, I know, but I just told you, like in this three-game set against the Sox, which the Phillies lose, you just can't have Max Lazer, Alan Runhill, Daniel Robert, Seth Johnson throwing innings like that, and we'll see David Robertson soon for the Phils, obviously. But it's just not enough just yet for me to feel good about it. So, again, it's a great start. This is a lockdown closer. You get to the ninth inning, we're feeling good. And it's such a shame that Jose Alvarado got popped for the PEDs because if he did not, you have your eighth and ninth inning guy. Then all of a sudden, you might only need one more bullpen arm. If that, you would need one more bullpen arm more than likely to feel really good about your team, but you could live off that. So it's such a shame that Alvarado got popped. Obviously, he's eligible to pitch in the regular season, but who cares? It doesn't matter at the end of the day because he can't pitch when it matters. This team is going to make the postseason, so that just sucks. But this team is not done yet. Hopefully, they are not done yet. I'm intrigued to see if we could budge on Aiden Miller or Andrew Painter. It's been pretty clear that we don't want to do that. I still think there's one more move that Dave is working on here that the Phillies are going to use, but we'll just have to wait and see. So if another major move does come out, then I'll do a whole trade deadline podcast. But as of now, it's just this one trade I thought I'd include in this podcast. The big news also around the MLB, Eugenio Suarez, he's been traded to the Mariners. I'm recording this late Thursday night. That's some big news. Big time bat, leads the MLB in RBIs, big time power hitter. So at least he didn't go to the NL. Obviously, Phillies missed out there, but again, he didn't go to the National League. So the other news for the deadline, the Mets, they've been going to work, especially on their bullpen. They got Gregory Soto earlier in the week. They also have acquired Tyler Rogers and Ryan Helsley, so some big news there to add to that bullpen, which is not good for the Phillies. Not only did they miss out on those guys, but they go to the Mets, division rival as well. So that is a problem. But again, great move from Dave Dombrowski. Just can't be done. We'll get a quick standings update. Phillies are 61 and 47 at the half game back of the New York Mets. Honestly, I've been saying this team is going to make the playoffs. That's not even a guarantee. As I look at the wild card race right now, Phillies are just a game and a half up. Actually, no, they're a game and a half up in the second spot. They're like 4.5 games up in the wild card race. They're more than likely going to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. I would go ahead and limit and say that. It's just a matter of winning the division or not. But to be only half game out after that putrid series is big time. The Mets are 62 and 47, so they have one more win. They just lost three straight, and that is why they are only a half game up after that series. They're still 7 and 3 in the last 10, so they were on a tear before that. But that was a big couple losses for the Phillies to not gain some ground. The White Sox, though, again, they're 40 and 69 at the bottom of the AL Central, and it's it is what it is. It's you got to flush it down the toilet now. Phillies have the Tigers coming to town before the Orioles, and this is not going to be an easy series. We are going to see Scuba once, but couple interesting pitching matches, around those. Actually, we have our three best going. So Jack Flaherty versus Ranger Suarez in Game 1 on Friday. Tarek Skubal and Zach Wheeler. So that's going to be an awesome game to watch. Might try to see if there's any way I can get tickets for that, actually. And then Game 3 is Christopher Sanchez versus Troy Melton. So we'll see what happens. Ugly series from the Phillies, but a promising move to start from Dave Dombrowski, and we'll see what happens coming soon. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back to recap whatever happens next with the deadline or the next series recap with the Tigers.